So to give you the background on U&U, so we started the business back in January 2010. It was myself and my business partner Jackie Pierce. Over the last 2.5 years we've grown considerably. So we started off, there were 4 of us, and we're now at 15, based in Brisbane, but really focusing on growing the business both across Queensland and nationally. So we've seen significant revenue growth over that period of time and have won a few awards along the way as well. I mean, the reason we engaged with Picture Partners from the outset was that I think the one thing we didn't have was a sustainable revenue model. We were a classic recruitment business from the fact that we bring on people to increase our revenues, and I think it's easy when you're a startup business to see that increase in revenue growth in the early years, but when you get into years 3, 4 and 5, that's where we really needed to put a strategic plan in place that addressed the revenue model. The initial workshop that we did was around the revenue risk to the business. So that was the input that the team gave and also our clients as well. So we really looked at the business as a whole and said, okay, well, where is the revenue risk within our business? We, again, we're a small business growing to a small to medium-sized business. So what are the risks that we have? The next stage of the process was the Revenue Diagnostic, and again, that's where we had an independent facilitator come in from Picture Partners and really, I guess, get us really thinking about the recruitment industry and what we do as a business. So I guess for me, that was probably the most interesting part of the journey because it really challenged our thinking. It started to get us to think in very, very different ways and think of our business completely differently. And then the final part of the process was then when we went into the revenue school, which really was then a detailed analysis, and it gave us that overlaying plan and a map of where we're going on this journey, and that's going back to where I talked about, the strategy side, the tactics that are involved and the execution that we need to deliver over the next 3 years. What we did as part of the process as well, which was quite interesting, we went through a profiling exercise with our leadership team. So we have 6 partners within the firm, and we profiled all of them. I think the interesting thing from that is that we really got into some detail around the styles and preferences of the leaders within our business. So what that has enabled us to do as well is work with the individuals in terms of some of their development areas, but also look at the areas that they're very strong as well. One of the things that, again, we went through with Picture Partners was around the buyer's journey. So looking at, okay, we might think something's really important, but if it's not important to our client, then why are we doing it? So we really mapped the buyer's journey, looked at what they want and how they want, I guess, our products and services to look, and then working on product design and I guess a go-to-market strategy which links really well with the buyer's requirements. So that's something that we've worked really hard on. We've really defined our value proposition. We understand what the problem is that we solve, and we've really documented that well, and I feel that we're a business now that is tailored to and in a position to really meet our client requirements based on the fact that we really understand what they're looking for. Basically, I've talked a lot today around obviously the revenue plan that we now have in place, and literally that is a plan on a page. So if we look at the strategy and what that involves, so we've now got what are our objectives in terms of revenue, what is the problem that we solve for our clients, which is obviously critically important. Who are the buyers in the market that are troubled by that problem? So effectively developing our ideal client profile. Why will they engage with us? So why will they engage with you and you as a firm, and really identifying that. I guess, again, one of the advantages of working with Picture Partners and the Revenue Performance Group is that they have the ability, after they've delivered the revenue plan, to come back into your business and help you execute on those tactics, which for us is going to be critical. I guess, have our expectations been met in terms of the process that we went through? Absolutely. I think Jackie and I are delighted with the way that everything worked out. Certainly from the interactions that we had with Sean, with Craig and with Jeremy, I think across the board we felt that we were dealing with a team of experts, and for a small business like ours, that's really important. You know, you're putting a lot of trust in the people that you're dealing with. You're actually exposing your whole business to an independent, I guess, organisation. But that was actually good as well. And I think that we completely trusted the guys. We trusted their opinions, and we felt like we had trusted advisors with us through this journey. And I guess the whole purpose of Pitcher Partners in terms of the Revenue Performance Group is to help businesses succeed and to grow their revenue over a period of time. And it's that sustainable revenue growth that's really important to us.